What is going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. My name is Sean, aka Elite, and today I've got the biggest ones to watch promo I've ever seen in my entire life to show you guys today. This has been the craziest transfer window of all time, and I don't think it's really even close. We've had Ronaldo to Manchester United, Messi to PSG. They'll both be in this video along with some of the other craziest transfers ever. I mean, just having Messi and Ronaldo transfer in the same window alone is already insane. But with everything else we've seen, there's no doubt that this has been the craziest window ever, which leaves us with the craziest ones to watch of all time as well. So let's hop in to the cards. If you've been enjoying the daily uploads, make sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I know I missed an upload yesterday. I've been feeling sick kind of the last 2 days, so I'll make it up to you guys by dropping some double uploads once FIFA 22 comes out. Anyways, guys, up first we've got Dayot Upamecano, who is going to be a pretty solid card, and I'll start off early with some trading tips for you guys. If you've been trying to make coins at the beginning of each year in FIFA, or you're looking to in FIFA 22, make sure to follow the channel right now, because I'll give you one real early on, and we're dropping more trading tips as we get closer to FIFA 22. Upamecano's gold card is going to be a perfect investment because he checks all the boxes. He's a great card, very usable, perfect links, all right, not too high rated, and he'll go out of packs once the ones to watch promo comes out, so the supply gets cut off very early. So make sure to invest in that gold card right away on day one and expect to triple your coins easily. Next up, we've got David Alaba, and in terms of FIFA, he's not really a meta left back, he's not really a meta center back. He's kind of caught between a rock and a hard place because he's not fast enough to be a left back, and he's not strong enough or tall enough to be a meta center back. Obviously a great player in real life, still going to get a -1 downgrade as he transfers from Bayern Munich to Real Madrid, but it's a very usable card, and I'm really hoping he gets an upgrade to maybe 85 or 86 rating, but also moves his position from center back to CDM in some of the different promos that EA drop when they do change positions. So that would actually be a much better card to see this guy at CDM rather than center back, but still a good card at the beginning of the year nonetheless. Next up, we've got Raphael Varane, 86 rating. There is a lot of argument for him to go to 85, and most of that comes from the fact that EA already downgraded him in career mode, which means he's most likely to actually be 85, but I thought that that would be a little bit harsh, and I think the most non-controversial stance here is just to keep him 86 rating, because let's be real, there's going to be Manchester United fans pushing for 87 rated, and there's going to be rival fans pushing for 85 rated. So I'm going to stay out of that. We're going to keep him at 86 rating, and let's be real, whether he's 85 or 86 rated, guys, his card's going to be unbelievable in FIFA. We're going to stay in order of going defense, midfield, and forwards for this video. Next up, we've got Junior Firpo, who's going to be one of those crappier cards in the OTW promo, and there's going to be a few of these guys, and they're going to be what you see a lot of the time in your guaranteed OTW packs whenever they do drop those in FIFA 22 Ultimate Team. He's got 82 pace. It's okay for a 78 rated card. He definitely has the stats in the right spots, but he's just not high enough rated to be worth anything, but we can't expect him to be in the promo. The first of two goalkeepers in this promo are going to be Mike Maignan, who I do not know if I'm pronouncing that right still. I've probably messed it up a total of 25 times in the last couple of days, and I'm trying to get it right, so let me know if we've got any French viewers if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But his card's going to look all right, 84 rated. He's getting transferred from the French league to AC Milan in Serie A. And we'll get the main goalkeeper out of the way. That's going to be Gianluigi Donnarumma, transferring from Milan to PSG. So obviously Maignan was the replacement for Donnarumma, and that is a good replacement, but it's tough to replace this guy. He had a spectacular year, obviously winning Euros with Italy, being that star man in the penalty shootout. I think he's going to get a +2, and it's crazy to think that this guy has already been at the top level for 6 years, and he's 22 years old. That's crazy. Ibrahima Konate at 78 rating is going to be our next card. He's not a terrible card, not nearly as good as that Upamecano card, but a lot of Liverpool fans are probably going to want to get this guy for their teams. 74 pace, 80 defense, and 78 physical is not bad for a starter team, but he's definitely going to need some upgrades to continue to be usable. Fikayo Tomori is going from Chelsea to AC Milan, so another Milan-related card here. Only 77 rating, but he's got great pace, and I was kind of between Tomori or Ben White for this spot in the ones to watch promo, Now, Ben White was definitely a bigger transfer in terms of the transfer fee, and Arsenal fans are definitely probably hoping he gets into the promo, but let's be honest, do we want a 52 pace Ben White, or do we want an 80 pace Tomori in our ones to watch promo? And I think even Arsenal fans can agree, you don't want to pack Ben White in your packs in terms of a guaranteed OTW pack. So at least if you get Tomori, it's probably not going to be worth anything, but you can kind of use it in FIFA. I'm not saying it's a bigger transfer than Ben White, and I'm not saying he's more likely to get into OTW than Ben White, but I'm saying I hope he does over Ben White. Emerson's card is not going to be very special either, but that is a big transfer going to FC Barcelona. He's going to be sharing time with Serginho Dest at right back, and obviously Sergio Roberto gets some shouts there as well, but the card's not going to look very good whatsoever. But I'm kind of excited for this transfer in terms of football. I think Emerson is actually quite a good player, and he could definitely see him continuing to get higher rated cards as the years go on. Next up, we've got Hakan Çalhanoğlu going from AC Milan to Inter Milan, which is one of those transfers you don't see very often between rival clubs, between the derby clubs in Milan. It's like going from Real Madrid to Barcelona. It's like going from Liverpool to Manchester United. It's just something you don't do, and he did it, and it's not really getting talked about, which is kind of understandable because there's been 20 crazier transfers in this window alone. De Paul is going from Udinese to Atletico Madrid. The card's not going to look too great yet, but he had a great year, won the Copa America with Argentina being one of those key pieces in the midfield. He was Udinese's main man, and he's getting a big transfer to Atletico Madrid where I think he could see some time. And a possible partner in crime is Matheus Cunha, who's coming from Bundesliga over to Atletico Madrid. And I think this card is a little bit more usable in a starter team rather than De Paul, because he's got 85 pace, he's got 84 dribbling, and he'll likely have 4-star skill moves. And the other stats are all right as well. For a 79 rated card, that actually looks pretty good. And with a normal transfer window, this would end up being one of the biggest transfers. Sancho from Dortmund to Manchester United, 87 rating. Is not going to change in rating. I hope, though, that his individual stats do get a little bit of a buff, because last year, when he was 87 rated at Dortmund, the card actually wasn't really that good in FIFA. He's not fast enough. He doesn't have nearly enough shooting that he deserves. I think 87 rating is completely fair, but the individual stats just don't really match up for what I think he deserves. Yes, he's a great dribbler, but he's super fast. He scores tons of goals. He gets tons of assists. Keep the physicality low, that's fine, but he deserves a little bit more pace and shooting at the bare minimum. Jack Grealish is kind of a tough one to predict because he could be either 84 or 83 rated. He could either be a left wing or a center attacking mid. Now, I went with what could possibly be the best version of his card, which is an 84 rated center attacking mid, because let's be real, he's not fast enough to be a good left wing card in the game. If he ends up being a left wing, he's not going to be usable at all. He'll just go straight into SBC fodder because you don't want a 79 or 80 pace left wing card. Now, at center attacking mid, he's a little bit more usable, but you really do wish he has a little bit more shooting on that card. Nonetheless, this is roughly what we're going to see for him. Now we're going to sort of transition from the midfield to the attack with Memphis Depay. He's going to Barcelona from Lyon, and he is another card similar to Varane, who actually is subject to get a downgrade by one in FIFA 22. Now, his pace is going to get absolutely slaughtered, and I don't know why, but EA have brought him down to actually 82 pace. Now, I didn't downgrade him on this card. I actually kept him at 85 rating because, I mean, I thought he had a pretty good season with Netherlands. I thought he had a pretty good season with Lyon, and he started well for Barcelona as well. I don't think he deserves a downgrade in my opinion, although he could end up getting one. His card is going to be pretty average for an 85 rating. 83 pace, 83 shooting, 84 dribbling, 79 physicality, 82 passing. That is super well balanced. I think you could definitely play him at center attacking mid a little bit as a better version of his card than at striker. But he's going to need a couple of upgrades for sure to be an insane card. And I think maybe after 2 informs or some super cool special card that he gets for a promo, and he will end up being one of the more used players in Ultimate Team. Tammy Abraham got a cool transfer from Chelsea to Roma, and with Werner kind of replacing him last year and then Lukaku replacing Werner, he just got rotated out of that system at Chelsea. And I think this is a great transfer for his career. It's not going to be a very good card, but he's already started really well with Roma. In his first game, he had 2 assists, so I'm pretty excited for him. Forgot to put this guy at the beginning of the video, and I don't know how I forgot about him because this is going to be the biggest defensive transfer of the window, possibly of the decade, because Sergio Ramos, I mean, he's got nothing left to prove. What a career he has had. He's moving to PSG, probably getting a -1 on his card, but he's still going to look pretty good. 70 pace is a little bit low, but he kind of makes up for it with really good distribution stats, along with 88 defense and 84 physicality. He didn't have nearly as good of a year last year as the year he did before, and neither did Real Madrid as a whole. But let's see how he can do at Paris Saint-Germain with an unbelievable team around him. Patson Daka was kind of a big transfer to Leicester City, and with Vardy and Iheanacho up top, I'm not sure how much time he's actually going to get, but I think it's a pretty common looking card for what we'll see for objectives or SBCs at the beginning of the year. It really reminds me of that Huang Hee-chan SBC that we had at the beginning of FIFA 21, or was that a objective? I can't remember, but it really does look like that Huang Hee-chan card, so it's very likely that this ends up being one of the objective light cards rather than going into the actual ones to watch team. Next up, we've got Andre Silva, who is moving from Frankfurt to Leipzig, which completely sucks, but his card also sucks. So that's what you get, Andre Silva. He's going to get a huge upgrade, though, and he deserves it. He is an absolute baller. I wish he would have just gone to a different team. I'm completely joking about Andre Silva, so if there's any Leipzig fans watching this vid, there's no Leipzig fans. What am I talking about? Next up, we've got Daniel Malin. He's my boy at Dortmund. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased here, so I might have upgraded him by another +1 than what he ends up deserving, but the card looks all right. 90 pace, 81 dribbling, 79 shooting, 70 passing, 73 physical. Pretty balanced card. Once again, might end up being just 81 rating, but I buffed him to 82 because why not? Next up, we've got Romelu Lukaku, who might not even be a top 3 attacker transfer of the window, which is crazy to think about because this is a huge transfer from Inter Milan to Chelsea, a +2 on his card, 84 shooting, 85 physicality. It's going to be one of those cards that you're pretty happy to get in an OTW pack. Lionel Messi, leaving Barcelona. That alone makes it one of the craziest transfer windows ever, but when you consider everything we've already seen in this video and you add the last 2 players of this video after Messi, there's no doubt it's the craziest transfer window of all time. Messi's going to be the same rating, and I think that's pretty much set in stone at 93 rated because he's already guaranteed to be the highest rated card in FIFA at 22, and with Lewandowski and possibly Ronaldo also being 92 rating, that leaves him with 93, and he's kind of on track to his 7th Ballon d'Or, kind of going to duke it out with Lewandowski to finish this year to see who ends up getting it, but that is an insane transfer. Barcelona to PSG. Wow. Cristiano Ronaldo is going back to Old Trafford, Manchester United, and that was the funniest 24 hours on Twitter I've seen in a long time because he was subject to go to Man City, and that looked almost confirmed, and Manchester United fans were hating Ronaldo for that. And then just 12 hours later, his transfer to Manchester United is confirmed. That was wild. And I don't know if he's going to be 91 or 92 rated. It's going to be a tough call for EA to make. I think 92 rating is fair. I think 91 rating is fair. They can't really go wrong either way, but if you're a Man U fan, you definitely hope he ends up being 92 rated, and his card's going to look spectacular as always. This one isn't confirmed yet, but it is highly, highly rumored. Mbappe from PSG to Real Madrid, and with the money involved and what's being offered by Real Madrid right now, I just cannot see PSG turning it down. Next year, Mbappe is going to leave on a free, likely to Real Madrid. Is it worth 180 million to PSG to keep him for one more year, and it's going to be a player that doesn't want to be playing for them? I don't know if that's worth it for PSG, so I really do think that this transfer will end up going through. I won't include it on the final graphic of this video, which I'll let you guys screenshot and everything, but I just see this happening, and that concludes the craziest transfer window of all time with 3 of the top, I'd say 4 players in the world, maybe 4 of the top 5 players in the world, depending on where you rank Ramos, have transferred in the same window. Wow. 96 pace. He's probably going to get +1 on shooting. The rest of his card stays the same. I just don't have anything else to say. And here it is, guys, the graphic that I put together. Feel free to screenshot and share this wherever you'd like. Try to tag me in it if you do. Donnarumma, Ronaldo, Messi, Lukaku, Grealish, Depay, Sancho, Varane, Ramos, Upamecano, and Alaba make up the starting 11. And then on to the reserves. We've got Maignan, we've got Malin, Abraham, Silva, DePaul, Çalhanoğlu, and Cunha. And then Emerson, Tomori, Firpo, Konate, and Daka are going to be the cards that you don't want to end up getting in your OTW packs. But still a pretty solid team overall. That is unbelievable. And there's going to be so many different good cards in this promo, especially if Mbappe does transfer to Real Madrid. And if he does end up transferring to Real Madrid, this is possibly what it could end up looking like. I kind of just tossed out Abraham from the list, and I added Mbappe, moved Lukaku over. And that's what it would look like if Mbappe ends up making his transfer to Real Madrid. What an absolute unreal promo we're going to have to start FIFA 22 Ultimate Team. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like. It did take a lot of time to put these cards together and put that graphic together, so it's always appreciated when you guys do end up supporting the video. And subscribe to the channel if you are new. I will see you guys in tomorrow's upload. Peace out.